Is it there now?
Yes, sir. We're live now.
All right. Welcome everybody to the. I don't know. It must have kicked me off or something because I hit it earlier, and there was a couple but it's all right. We're here. We got Dr. Harrell, our fearless leader, superintendent of Uvalde CISD here, and let's just go ahead and go on to our guest right here, Dr. Harrell. Welcome very much. Thank you for coming and joining us. I'm excited. I was excited to talk to you and stuff too, and get after it and see what we got going on. Let us know what you think. Tell us a little about for yourself, that people that don't know you. I know we know you, but give us a little something about yourself.
Well, Dr. Hal Harrell, school superintendent here in Uvalde. Born and raised here in Uvalde. Uvalde High School graduate. Went through all the grades here in Uvalde, as did my wife and as did both my kids. We're all Uvalde High School graduates. Very proud of our community. Very proud of our school system and all the people that are here and all the kids that come through. It's a great place.
I have a quick question before we start with some of our other questions.
Yeah.
Did you always aspire to be superintendent, or is it just kind of fell into place?
It was more of an evolution process, really. It's not something that set out 30 years ago that I'm going to be the superintendent or want to be a superintendent. It just evolved, really. Education, yes, but the desire to be the superintendent, that just kind of came with time. It really did. It evolved over time. So, watching my dad be superintendent, some days are good, some days a little harder, but, it makes you think. But, at the end of the day, the common goal is always good. So it's always worth it, even the time to struggle. It's all good.
Awesome, thank you. And your dad was a great example, I'm sure, for you.
Yeah, he was. He was a good guy. He really was. Good role model, and like to listen to people, like to hear stories, and like to get involved. And I think if you're going to be in education, you got to be willing to get out there and get involved. It's not an 8-to-5 job, and it's not one that's just on the desk. You've got to be willing to get on your feet and do things and go out and do.
Yes, thank you. And I also want to introduce, we have another guest, another one of our fearless leaders here at Morales Junior High, Principal Escamilla. How's it going? Welcome.
It's going well. Enjoying the last day. A lot of work to do, but it's been fun seeing the kids and wishing them the best here the next few hours. Some of them are 8th grade moving on to high school, so that's pretty cool. They're excited, nervous, of course, but definitely they're excited. Thank you, Dr. Harrell, for being here today with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Yeah, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know we had a lot of things going on this week. Mr. Escamilla, you want to tell us a little about what we had going on this week?
Yes, earlier this week on Monday, we had our Student National Honor Society inductees. That was we also included students from last year because of the pandemic. We didn't have a chance to get them inducted, so we took care of those kids from last year and then this year's kids. So as you can see a picture, it was a good bunch. They worked hard, and through everything that has been happening, they stuck to it and met their criteria. They have their grades up. So congratulations to that group of kids. And then last night we had our MJH end of the year awards. As you can see in the picture, we had our ROTC students present the colors.
Barbara's favorite.
I'm sorry?
I said that's Barbara's favorite, the ROTC kids.
Oh, yeah. And I gave your son a hard time as he was up there, Mrs. Chase. I love your kids. So it was fun. We made it work. And, trailblazers, as Mr. Torres calls them, trailblazers for our campus and for the district, junior ROTC, and also celebrate our dual language students, year one for our dual language students here at Morales Junior High. So kudos to them. So a lot of good stuff happening here towards the end of the school year last week.
It is. Yeah. Well, I know we have a few questions for you, Dr. Harrell. As we do with all our guests here, we'd like to talk to them, ask them some questions, and, try to give the parents some information, if maybe they're sitting around at home or something like that. And, flipping on Facebook, they can tune in and get some information. And but one of the first questions that I have, since this is the last day of school and we are going into summer, what are some things that are going on with the district over the summer?
Well, actually, we've got a lot of different activities going on throughout the summer. One of the things that we've done the last several years is, and it's coming back this year, And a lot of these things you got to remember we weren't able to do last summer because of COVID. We were locked down and locked in and kind of locked out. But starting off with the Fine Arts Academy, we're going to have the production this year will be the Wizard of Oz, and that's already taken shape, and that's off and running. We will have some a Camp Flash. I think the students are invited to be part of that Camp Flash this year. We'll have the ACE program continuing through the summer, or through the month of June anyway, so that will continue. We've got a lot of athletic camps happening this summer as well. So if you want to introduce your child to tennis, golf, whatever it may be that they haven't experienced yet, or if they just love that sport already, bring them out. It's an opportunity to work with other students, work with coaches, and see if they've got a gift and natural talent for it, or if it's something that they're just going to enjoy doing and be part of. But we've got that going on. We've got Get Fit down in Batesville for, I believe that actually comes in the month of July. We've got some Jump Start happening at Dalton in the month of July. We've got the early college high school. They'll have kind of a Jump Start program going in. We've got summer school, summer enrichment programs that students have been invited to and hopefully will come and over the summer. But we've got a lot of different activities. We've got on our website, UCIC website, there is a link there as you get to our website to summer activities, summer enrichment. So all these opportunities are listed there. So if you think of something or want to go look for more, it's going to be there. Another thing we're doing this summer that's going to affect us next year is we're going to have some grade level realignment. Next year, Dalton will be pre-K through grade 1. So we've got some teachers moving around a little bit. Rob will be grades 2 through 4. So we got some moving around there as well. And our Dual Language Academy will be opening up at the Anson campus next year, pre-K through grade 6. So there is a lot of activity. You think of summer, you think of it being a long time, but it's only about 60 days long. And we've got a lot to do in 60 days. And I saw Barbara snap her fingers. That's about how quick it goes. It really does.
Time.
Yeah, it does. You think, oh, great, I got some time. But you really, at this point, you're getting ready for next year. But we've got a lot of opportunities, a lot of enrichment activities. And if you still look for something, you're not seeing something, feel free to call the campus where your child attends or call the central office. And we'll be happy to point you in the right direction or get you in touch with the right person.
So, this year has been crazy between COVID, snowstorms, a water main break. It has just been, I don't know what else could happen this year. But what have you learned from this past year?
I think the one thing I've learned from this is teachers, students, parents, we all had to learn to be very resilient. Because we had no idea what was coming next. We had a few clues, the light side of what may be coming. But yeah, the snowstorm, absolutely no clues from that. Where would that ever come from in Uvalde, Texas? And then, last Friday morning and, the city's calling my house and saying, hey, we don't have water at a lot of your campuses. So I go and look and talk to them for a little bit. Yeah, and wish it was been oil. We would have.
we'd have had a new school quick.
We wouldn't need those taxes going up anymore.
Yeah, right. But no, the teachers have been very resilient. Students have been very resilient. And I think one of the things that we've learned, and I hope we've learned, and hopefully that we'll take forward, is we have learned how to adapt very quickly with instruction, with virtual learning, with a lot of things we wouldn't have been introduced to without COVID and without some of these other opportunities to put us out there. And I think what we found about ourselves is, pretty much whatever's thrown at us, we can overcome, we can prepare for, and we can prepare on the fly. And I know a lot of our teachers have mentioned that they themselves have gone out and learned a lot about instruction, learned a lot about technology, how to download, how to bring classes together on one one device, and has made them a teacher with many more tools than we've had in the past. And I think that goes for every level, not just teachers, but principals throughout the district. I think we found within ourselves that uh, we, when adversity strikes, we can step up and step out and continue to do great things for our kids. Now, that's one of the things I know our teachers never lost sight of was the kids. Were there some hurdles and barriers between face to face and the classes? Absolutely, there was. But the kids were always the goal. That was always the end in mind. How do I get to my kids? How do I, whether it's face to face or whether it's virtual, whatever that setting may be, I got to lay eyes on my kids.
Absolutely, and I think that I know personally from my two campuses where I said here at the junior high, the parent liaisons, the counselors, the admin, the teachers. I mean, everybody was reaching out and trying to make sure that the students had their needs met. And okay, what are the barriers? How can we help? And just going that extra mile to try and help the families and the students. And I thought that was just so incredible.
And I'm very proud of our staff. Everybody involved, our food service stepped up. They got those meal kits prepared. We are continuing to hand out and pass out meal kits to families who are in need and want stuff. Again, they've retrofitted devices on campuses. They have gone out and above and beyond to make our campuses safe and clean, a place where our kids and our staff can come each and every day into an environment that they feel comfortable in. Yeah, back in August, we had to dip our big toe first in the water to make sure it was safe to get in. But, we went from the big toe to all the toes to the ankle, knee, and eventually we just all jumped in.
Incredible. So, Mr. Escamilla, what about you? What have you learned from this past year?
Takeaways. There was always everything that we ran into. There was always a takeaway. So it was always a learning opportunity for me, speaking for myself, but also for the staff. Take advantage of see the positive that comes out of some of these hard times. So yeah, there were several takeaways, and we just learned from them and fix them. And like Dr. Harrell mentioned, being resilient. Hey, let's fix it and move on in the most positive way that we could. So definitely there are a lot of takeaways from some of these events that we ran into.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many, but it was good though. Like I think we're gonna end up being better for this.
Oh, no doubt.
In the long run,
By far,
for sure.
By far.
And our parents, they had to adjust, adapt on the fly. There are times we call them the morning of, or I got online in the evening and said, hey, tomorrow's not going to work out for us the next day. There were some campuses alone that just one campus got shut down and not the other one. So, our parents have really been troopers. They have really supported the district through this process. And we would have not been near as successful at this point in this school year without the support and love of our parents. So the homes have been a true blessing for the school district. They really have.
So,
yeah, Dr. Harrell. So speaking, we're talking about going forward in the future and stuff like that. What is your vision for the future of UCISD? Where do you want to see UCISD be in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, all that good stuff?
That's about the crystal ball. Several things really. This year, as difficult as we had a lot of success. Whether it was in academics, whether it was in athletics, whether it was in FFA, whether it was at the elementary campuses, we had successes throughout, and we got to continue to build on those successes. And one of the things that you do is I want to encourage parents and their kids to get involved in something. We have so many activities. Mr. Escamilla mentioned ROTC at junior high. A year ago, we didn't have that at junior high, or 18 months ago, we didn't have that at junior high, but we do now. So the opportunity to get involved is one of the things I want to continue to pursue, and that's part of the vision. And if there's an activity we don't have then I'd like to hear about it. But we've got the fine arts, we've got the athletics, we've got ROTC, we've got FFA, we've got CTE, and we've got ACE. It introduces a lot of this to our students. So I want to continue that. I want them to continue to get stronger. Our academics, with the STEM, with the technology that's being introduced, will continue to be introduced. That will just continue to help that grow in our students' lives, so that I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for kids, but my age, our world was pretty small. But as a graduate now, I talked to some seniors the other day. That world is completely different. They're going into a world that's completely different than I walked out into 40 years ago. And a lot of that has to do with technology, has to do with what we can see on the internet, and the extent we get to reach to other people. So that's what we've got, a challenge we've got to be prepared for, is continue to develop our students to go out and be competitive, be ready to take up the opportunity that provides them, and go and pursue that. And no longer is your world about 40, 80 miles around you. We've got kids going out now that are going even beyond our borders to for educational opportunities as well as vocational opportunities. And that's what we got to be mindful for. Another part that I really want to pursue in the next couple of years is I really would like to see some new buildings in Valley CIC for our kids, for our staff, and for our community. I made a comment a couple of weeks ago at a board meeting that, the buildings our kids go into now, the one that you are sitting in right now was built the year I was born in 1963. So I know I look young, but that building's a little older than I look, so we'll give it to that. But many of our buildings, 1940s, 50s, and early 60s vintage. So they've lasted the test of time. It's time for us to build buildings that will last for the next several generations for our kids, and adapt those learning environments to what the world is like today. We retrofit everything to bring in technology, and it becomes quite difficult. But if we can go and build some new buildings for our kids, at different campuses as well, it may not be at the junior high, it may be some new buildings and retrofitting some things, but there's some things, a lot of things we need to do to upgrade our educational environment for our kids. And that's one of the things that I really would like for us to focus on in the next couple of years, and for reality, and then the next 4 or 5 years, just ramp up that educational opportunity for all our kids and the environment in which they fit in. And also, along with those lines, safety is a big concern. Our schools were built in a time when we didn't have to worry about what we have to worry about today. And there's some things we really need to address as far as the safety and security aspect of our facilities. So, we're very fortunate to live in a small community, and a community of this size, and everybody still pretty much looks out for everybody. And we really appreciate that and that neighborhood type school. But times also have changed.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I know it's getting close to our time to calling it for a day, but we want to thank you, Dr. Harrell, for jumping on and kind of giving us some information about what's going on, and what your vision is for the future for us. I'm really excited about it. You're talking about the buildings. I still call the new gym, but that was when I was a senior in high school 20 years ago, so it's really not that new. And so it's just, but I think that would be a great thing for the community, and just so we can get back to taking a lot more pride into our school district. Because like you, I'm born and raised here, and my kids go to school here, and my brother and sister went to school here, and I want to see it succeed, and so I'm glad to hear that.
You want things that you're proud of. Absolutely, keep that pride, high level of pride.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, Mr. Escamilla, you got any, since this is our last mingle of the year until later on in the year, before next school year, you got anything for us before we sign off for the summer?
Just want to thank the parents. The whole purpose of us launching the Modales Mingles was to inform parents of what's going on, not only on campus, but other campuses in the district. We are planning, hopefully come here about mid-June, mid-July, so we could start saying sharing information for the parents as we start getting closer to the start of school. But other than that, I just wanted to thank the parents. Thank you for everything you have done, not only for the campus and the district, but for our students. Being there, supporting them through snow and no water and everything that's happened. Barriers that popped up. But other than that, thank you, parents. Thank you, teachers. Once again, thank you, students, for being here for us and taking care of business. And once again, thank you, Dr. Harrell, for your support. Thank you, Mrs. Chase and Mr. Gonzalez, for making this happen. We're excited about it, launching it from the beginning next year when school starts.
Bigger and better next year, right? Got to get moving. There's our cue right there. That's our bell. We got to go to class, Dr. Harrell. Thank you very much. Parents, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Stay tuned and follow us because we do share a lot of stuff over social media with the school districts, with all the campuses. It's a big tool that we use, and we'd love to for you guys to make sure that you get all the information and give it to you in every avenue that we can. So thank you, parents, very much for letting us have your children for a school year, and we hope you guys have a great summer. And take care of yourself, learn some more, read some books, and work on your health. And we can see you next year. All right. Bye, parents.
Thank you.
Thank you.